So, you think your fear of spiders, clowns, or tiny little holes is irrational? Babe, sit down, grab a comfort snack, because today we're unpacking the horrifying reality check behind your cute little anxieties. Spoiler, it's not in your head, it's in human history, which, honestly, way worse. It's why we're scared of spiders. And it's not just the legs. Alright, let's start with spiders. 8-legged nightmares. Walking anxiety. You know the drill. Modern science says this fear is evolutionary. Our ancestors who didn't scream and run from venomous spiders, well, they kinda stopped being ancestors. Natural selection said, oops, you touched the fuzzy one? Bye. But here's the real kicker. In medieval Europe, spiders were considered both omens of death and, get this, medicine. Yeah, people believed that swallowing a live spider could cure fevers. Bon appetit, Karen. Imagine calling 911 today and they're like, ma'am, have you tried ingesting a tarantula? Clowns. Not funny, never were. Ah, clowns. AKA the human embodiment of why does this exist? If you ever wondered why they creep you out, congrats, you're emotionally stable. Clowns started as jesters, court fools whose entire job was chaos. Mock the king, trip over air, throw food, and somehow not get executed. Fast forward a few centuries, and these chaos gremlins morphed into circus clowns, which were, honestly, not much better. Drunk makeup, dead eyes, and the emotional stability of a soggy sock. And then, John Wayne Gacy happened. If you don't know him, don't Google. Just know that after him, clowns went from mildly unsettling to, yep, burn the whole circus down. Your clown phobia, completely valid. That's not anxiety. That's your survival instincts popping off. Heights. Your brain knows you're basically a Jenga tower. Let's talk about heights. Oh, you get dizzy looking over a balcony? Sweetie, that's just your nervous system doing its job. See, humans are biological meat sacks balanced on 2 sticks. Fall damage wasn't invented by Minecraft. It was invented by physics. Back in medieval times, punishment by defenestration was a thing. Yes, that's the fancy word for throwing people out of windows. Prague alone had multiple defenestrations as actual historical events. Like, that was the legal system. Guilty. Yeet him. No wonder your brain panics at rooftops. It remembers. Dolls. Tiny faces, massive nightmare fuel. Ah yes, dolls. Because what every child needs is a plastic humanoid corpse staring into their soul. Here's a fun fact. Dolls weren't originally toys. Nope, they were spiritual vessels. Tiny avatars to trap souls, ward off demons, or, plot twist, curse your enemies. Some cultures believed that dolls could literally store parts of your soul. So if little Susie accidentally misplaced her doll, yeah, that wasn't just lost property. That was an existential crisis. And before you ask, yes, that is why haunted doll movies hit different. Mirrors. Portals to... yeah, definitely not heaven. Quick question. Ever look in a mirror at night and feel weird? Congrats. That's generational paranoia kicking in. Ancient cultures believed mirrors didn't just show your face, they reflected your soul. Which is why breaking a mirror equals 7 years of bad luck. You didn't just crack glass, babe. You just assassinated a chunk of your own soul. Also, mirrors were literally used for necromancy. As in, hey grandma, if you can hear me, show up in this IKEA mirror. And yes, that's exactly where Bloody Mary comes from. Holes, trypophobia. Your brain thinks you're rotting. Let's address the weirdest phobia in the room. Trypophobia, aka fear of tiny clustered holes. You know the vibe. Lotus pods, coral, pancake bubbles. Absolutely vile. Makes your skin crawl, right? Well, turns out your brain isn't being dramatic. It's detecting patterns that resemble skin diseases, parasitic infections, festering wounds, and literal gangrene. Basically, your brain sees a lotus pod and goes, yup, that's what dying looks like. Run. Just evolution. If it looks like decay, probably is. Avoid. So yeah, turns out your phobias aren't irrational. They're ancient survival instincts wrapped in modern anxiety and sprinkled with historical trauma. Cute. Feeling better? No? Same. Anyway, hit subscribe or don't. But if a clown shows up at your door tomorrow, don't say I didn't warn you.